toys were a whole lot more than just a child's playthings.
Oh, I can't see!
Okay, everyone, recess.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 moments from the Toy Story movies. For this list, we've looked at all the best scenes from Pixar's tour de force of a trilogy and have chosen our favorites based on how many tears they made us cry, how loudly they made us laugh, how unforgettable they are, and more.
Sweet potato! Who do you think you're talking to? I have over 30 accessories and I deserve more respect!
Needless to say, since we'll be covering specific details within each moment, a spoiler alert is definitely in order.
Hey, you fixed Woody!
Yeah, glad I decided not to take him to camp. His whole arm might have come off.
Number 10, an epic sci-fi. Toy Story 2.
Buzz Lightyear mission log.
Opening with everyone's favorite Space Ranger, the sequel to Pixar's modern masterpiece beautifully draws us in with an interstellar setting, as Buzz makes a superhero-esque entrance onto the surface of a mysterious planet. After he encounters several unexpected dangers upon touchdown, we soon discover that he is in fact in search of the evil Emperor Zurg's hidden fortress and power source. The latter being, of course, a AA battery. Get it?
All signs point to this planet as the location of Zurg's fortress, but there seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
Once he confronts the villain several moments later, we see that Lightyear isn't exactly cut out to be labeled one of Star Command's finest. But don't worry, he's probably got a few lives remaining.
Oh no! No! No, no!
Oh, you almost had it.
Number 9, The Claw. Toy Story.
You are clear to enter. Welcome to Pizza Planet.
If Disney ever decides to open its own restaurant division, it's a safe bet that one of their first ventures will be a fully equipped, out-of-this-world replica of Pizza Planet.
Okay, Buzz, when I say go, we're gonna jump in the basket. Buzz!
While in pursuit of their owner Andy, Woody successfully cons Buzz into thinking that the arcade is a spaceport, which soon plays as a disadvantage when Buzz boards a rocket-shaped claw machine.
Who's in charge here?
When he encounters a pool of peaceful, squeaky toy aliens inside, the hope of returning home doesn't seem so lost.
Oh no! Sid! Get down!
Enter the demented Sid, however, who, after successfully grabbing one of the aliens, goes for the Space Ranger action figure beneath it, taking a certain cowboy doll right along with him.
All right, double prizes!
Number 8, When She Loved Me. Toy Story 2.
Thought I'd get one last look at the sun before I get packed away again.
Here's the moment that makes you cling on to your childhood toys, like they're your own kids.
When Andy plays with you, it's like, even though you're not moving, you feel like you're alive. Because that's how he sees you.
How did you know that?
Because Emily was just the same. She was my whole world.
Reminiscing about her original owner, Jessie allows audiences to stream through a collection of her memories with Emily. Acting as its own short film within the movie, this well-structured tale is beautifully synchronized with Randy Newman's Oscar-nominated song. A signature Newman tune that is at once simple and fitting, and which features the vocal talents of Sarah McLachlan.
I was left alone. Still I waited for the day when she'd say, I will always love you.
As with all stories, this too has to end. And it just has to do so with a conclusion that's guaranteed to make all of us sob our eyes out.
You never forget kids like Emily or Andy. But they forget you.
Number 7, an epic western. Toy Story 3.
You got a date with Justice, One-Eyed Bart.
One of the things that makes Toy Story 3 so great is the way it perfectly balances allusions to the previous films in the franchise while also telling its own original narrative.
One-Eyed Betty?
A A classic example of this is the reuse of the movie parody opening as seen in our number 10 pick.
I think you dropped something, mister.
Jesse!
Screenwriter Michael Arndt cleverly trades in the stars of The Final Frontier for the sands of the Western Front.
I always wanted to go out with a bang.
Featuring the toys as familiar heroes and villains from familiar stories with even more familiar dialogue. This opening plucks all the nostalgic heartstrings of longtime fans, while also showing us the cinematic spectacle of Andy's imagination.
Glad I could catch the train. Now let's catch some criminals. To infinity and beyond.
Number 6. Buzz Skywalker vs. Darth Zurg, Toy Story 2. The first Toy Story had no shortage of references to the pop culture giants that came before it, particularly a little story that took place in a certain galaxy far, far away.
Right now, poised at the edge of the galaxy, Emperor Zurg has been secretly building a weapon with the destructive capacity to annihilate an entire planet.
It was therefore all the more fitting that the Toy Story writers chose to reference that same space opera's own sequel in their sequel.
Surrender, Buzz Lightyear. I have won.
After a brief confrontation atop an elevator shaft, the arch-enemies have a near-verbatim exchange that directly parallels another space hero and his half-machine father.
I'll never give in. You killed my father.
No, Buzz. I am your father.
Similarly to Anakin and Luke's relationship, the connection between this father and son is later redeemed, but in a much funnier way that doesn't involve Hayden Christensen's Force Ghost.
I have a lot of catching up to do with my dad.
Good throw, son.
Number 5. Sailing No More, Toy Story.
Buzz Lightyear, the world's greatest superhero, now the world's greatest toy!
Grown-ups in particular would do well to remember this sad scene, which perfectly captures the heartbreak of an excruciating epiphany.
Out among the stars I sail, way beyond the moon.
Though we can't relate to Buzz's downgrade from superhero to toy, we can certainly sympathize with his sudden identity crisis and the disheartening disappointment he's undergoing.
You are a toy you can't fly. And I will go sailing no more.
Just as painful is his last-ditch effort to prove that he's something much more, which leads him to meet the same fate as Icarus.
To infinity and beyond.
Depressing though it is, at least it's followed up with this much more relatable comic relief moment.
Would you like some tea, Mrs. Nesbit?
Tea. Yeah, sure. That's what the writers are referring to.
I think you've had enough tea for today. Let's get you out of here, Buzz.
Don't you get it?
Number 4. Claw Ex Machina, Toy Story 3. Taking place during the film's third act, just moments after their half-successful escape from Sunnyside Daycare. This scene sees Andy's toys unavoidably pushed onto the incinerator belt at a garbage dump. After rescuing the story's main antagonist from the shredding midway point, Lotso Bear, surprise surprise, refuses to return the favor, leaving Woody and friends to slowly descend into the inferno.
Where's your kid now, Sheriff?
After the friends lock hands in what they accept as their final moments, a sudden floodlight flashes from above, dropping an unrecognizable silhouette over our doomed toy friends. But soon, the toys are lifted away from the blaze, as it's made apparent that none other than the Claw, controlled by the Potato Head's adopted alien children, has come to save the day.
You saved our lives.
And we are eternally grateful.
Number 3. Falling with Style, Toy Story.
Hold still, Buzz!
Desperate to catch up with their owner's moving van, Woody foolishly lights up a rocket strapped onto Buzz's back, courtesy of Sid, which seems like a good idea until...
Rockets explode!
After the pair is blasted down the road and into the sky, Buzz activates his wings to free them from the explosion, leading the buddies on the flight of their life.
This is the part where we blow up!
Not today!
Making this moment even more special is Buzz's callback to earlier in the film.
This isn't flying, this is falling with style.
And to a line originally exclaimed by Woody in objection to Buzz's status as a real space ranger.
That wasn't flying, that was falling with style.
It discreetly showcases Buzz's joyful acceptance of his standing as a toy, leading Woody to fully embrace his new friend with a borrowed line of his own.
To infinity and beyond!
Number 2, Play Nice, Toy Story.
Go away, you disgusting freak! Ah!
Looks can be deceiving. This is something Woody learns the hard way when he and Buzz first encounter Sid's mutilated toys.
Hey, they fixed you. But they're cannibals. We saw them eat those other toys.
Then again, how would you react if you saw these playthings? Upon learning that these poor plastic souls are actually good guys, Woody enlists every last one of them for perhaps the best part rescue, part sabotage mission ever seen in a kid's film.
That's right. I'm talking to you, Sid Phillips.
After escaping into the backyard from Sid's stupid dog, the toys skedaddle to their new positions and play possum, waiting for Woody's unmistakable go-ahead signal.
Let's go.
The toys zombie shuffle towards their disturbed owner, and the comeuppance is beautifully finished with a witty play on words from the would-be possessed cowboy doll.
We toys can see everything.
So play nice.
Before we play back our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Turn me around, Bullseye, so I can see. Why, the prodigal son has returned.
Venga conmigo, señorita. Le enseñaré las maravillas de la galaxia y juntos, con nuestro amor, venceremos al mal. Come on, we're almost there. El vaquero.
Number 1, One Last Playtime, Toy Story 3.
You think you can take care of him for me?
Toy Story 3 was nominated for several Oscars, including Best Adapted Screenplay. If any moment sealed the deal, it was the ending.
Woody? What's he doing in there?
You're the snake in my boot.
Catching Bonnie during playtime in her front yard, Andy gives each of his toy heroes a proper introduction as he hands them down to her.
Now Slinky here is as loyal as any dog you could want. And Ham? He'll keep your money safe.
Though initially hesitant, he eventually passes on Woody, but not before having a final hurrah with Bonnie's help.
The ghosts are getting away! Woody'll stop them!
Buzz Lightyear to the rescue!
Acknowledging how real they were to him, Andy shows his toys a final bit of gratitude before driving off, with Woody closing this chapter of the toys' lives with some simple yet beautiful words.
So long, partner.
Do you agree with our list? Which Toy Story moment is your favorite?
Hay un amigo en mí. Hay un amigo en mí.
For more To Infinity and Beyond Top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Sí, un amigo en mí. Hay un amigo en